Everything in this business is about relationships. So relationship between you and the bass player, which musically and personally, you and your bandmates, you and any musician that you're gonna play with, you have to like, we call it like the art of the hang. You know, you have to be cool to hang out with because you're basically living with whatever band or crew that you guys are touring with. And so it's really important, like if they like you, they'll refer you. And sometimes like can be even more than playing. You know, sometimes if you're the best player but you're not that fun to be around, maybe you might not get a gig. Obviously you have to practice, you know, really hone your craft. But like if you're at a random gig in a bar and the sound guy, you could be a jerk to that sound guy and then he'll make you sound bad. Or you can be nice and then maybe that guy does front of house and could tour with you, or maybe somebody asks him if he knows a drummer or whatever. So it's crazy how small it becomes in the circle that it is, and how somebody that could be a seemingly insignificant moment can help get you a gig that could change your career. Everybody plays that beat, boom, bat, you know, and why does it sound better with some drummers, you know, J.R. Robinson or Steve Jordan or something, than others? And I think it's just from like diving into all different types of music and bringing it in together. In college, I majored in orchestral and jazz percussion, so like a lot of marimba, timpani, and that sort of thing, and then jazz band, so a lot of like straight ahead. And I wouldn't call myself a straight ahead player by any means, but I think that really influences my rock playing or my funk playing or pop stuff or whatever the gig I'm on. I've played maple shells for a long time, and the walnut like really just gives it like a full body, and it just like, it almost feels the way you feel when you have a big sub behind you and you kick the kick drum, you know, you kind of get a little bit of that with these drums. I feel like they're just naturally big, so it just feels, even just sitting in a practice room, no mics or anything, it just feels big to play, feels nice, and it has those low overtones that I prefer. I do use Black Panther snares. Right now I'm using the Machete as my main snare and the Cherry Bomb as my side snare. And what I love about the Machete is it's just like, it has that crack and it also has like the full bodied sound to it. So, and what's great is you can, I do a lot of like singer-songwriter gigs on percussion. So like I'll play it just with my hands, you know, in a cajon or something like that. It's so sensitive that it can grab that, and you can just, you know, just rim shots, crack it, and it like has a good, I guess, range. And so that's, I mean, it's just like basically an all-purpose snare. If I have to bring one snare, right now it's my Machete. And the Cherry Bomb side snare, I love that because you can just crank it, but it doesn't get too out of control. The high overtones aren't too much, and the snare sound stays really full, which I like, because, you know, sometimes when it gets high, you can kind of lose the snares on it. But it sounds great, and I love it as a contrast. The balance of those two drums works great. I just started using Falcon hardware in the last, I guess, at the beginning of this year. It really is awesome. I mean, it seems like there's so many little innovations that seem so natural, or something that just makes sense, but it's something that, you know, I've struggled with in the past, like hi-hat stands moving, but this one, you know, so you have the spikes on the actual bottom of the hi-hat stand, but you also have the retractable spikes that are on all the Falcon hardware. It's not going anywhere. Using left foot on the hi-hat, I don't have to worry that it's gonna slide away, even if I'm kind of splashing type of thing on it. So that's for me, because I can kind of be brutal on the drums, especially with Youngblood Hawke. We're a loud band, like, so that's kind of the thing, is hitting really heavy. So just knowing that everything's super sturdy is a nice, it makes me feel, you know, more at ease. With the Falcon pedal, I like how smooth it is, but it still feels heavy, because I like to dig in a little bit. And so I also like that you can change up the weights on the actual beater. I'm always gonna play heavier, and I like a lot of weight on my beater as well. But that way I can kind of like go from, I'm probably not gonna use the light setting, but like medium to like the heavy setting. And I can, you know, contrast those back and forth to like, you know, to help me change my sound in addition to how I'm playing it. But it's super smooth, you know, it's not going anywhere. You feel super sturdy with it, and yeah, I mean, I love it.